Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. So just easing into our yin practice. Maybe notice where you're holding any tension, any resistance in the body. And feel free to keep the arms alongside the body or come into an extended child's pose, or take the knees a little wider or keep them close together. Just feel comfortable here. This is our beginning point. Just connecting with your breath and with yourself. Maybe turning inward, turning off all that outside noise, chatter in the mind. Just allow yourself to be right here with yourself. And if the arms are extended and you want, let's walk those hands off the mat to the one side, taking our side stretch along the right side. Feel that right hip ground as the left arms extend off to the left side. Allow your body to fold. Deep inhale and exhale. Let it go. And come back through center, walk those hands over to the opposite side. So maybe you're walking them over to the right this time and feeling a nice stretch along that left side body, all the way from that left palm to the left hip. And let that upper body relax. Deep inhale and exhale, let it go. Walk those hands back to center. Coming back to your extended child's pose. From here, let's float up to our tabletop. And stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And just move through some gentle cat-cows, just bringing some movement to the spine. Tuck the toes, let the belly drop, gaze up. Exhale round. Inhale. Exhale. Connect with that breath. And finishing up one more last round. Back to a neutral spine. Let's get a little wrist stretching. So we're going to flip the palms, so fingers are going to face towards your knees, wrists face away towards the top of your mat. Just start to gently just move the body forward and back. Feel a stretch. So just be really gentle here. If it feels good to keep moving, go ahead and do that. If you want to hold and just be still, go ahead and do that. Letting those hips drop towards the heels. And then gently release. Let's take those palms and flip them again. So this time the fingers are going to face out towards the sides of your mat, so wrists are facing each other. And just gently start to shift from side to side, keeping the shoulders stacked over the wrists. Just moving here. And then come back to center. From here, we're going to come into our little toe stretch. So tuck those toes, let the hips come onto the heels, sitting up. Maybe bring the legs in closer together if you need to make any adjustments. So we're just gonna stay here for a little bit. So sitting up nice and tall, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Maybe close the eyes. And let's just shake out the wrists from those stretches. So just making little circles, just going in one direction and then the opposite. Getting into little parts of the body we don't normally stretch or give attention, but they do a lot for us, so they need a little love. And then from here, inhale, float those arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the sky, flipping them up. And just gaze up. So by now you should start to feel the feet. Exhale, round the back. Float the arms towards the top of your mat. Press the palms away. Feel the upper back opening up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Inhale up. Release. Float those palms forward. Let's release those feet, those toes. Flatten them out. And just let that settle in. Coming back to our tabletop. So take the knees hips width. Walk those palms underneath the shoulders. We're going to come right into our melting heart. So getting into the shoulders, the upper back. When you're ready, start to walk the palms forward. Keeping those hips stacked over the knees. When you can't walk the palms further anymore, slowly start to let the chest lower down. Maybe the forehead rests, or maybe the chin lowers, keeping the gaze towards the top of your mat. And just search for that edge, that point of resistance, tension, and when you find it, hold there and breathe. Just let the body do its magic, opening up, surrendering. Don't push. Just let the body come to the pose on its own. Stay with your breath. Take more last deep inhale and exhale before we release. From here, let those forearms ground, the elbows slide forward, coming in to lie on the belly. Take the legs close together, point the toes. Extend the arms overhead, forehead grounds. Let's get a little neck stretch in. Circle those arms to the sides, palms facing up, and then turn the head to the right, resting that left ear. Let those shoulders ground. Let those legs totally relax, allowing the heels to fall. Relax the jaw. Start to really let go here. Allow your body to just melt into the earth. And slowly make your way back to center and gently just turn the head to the opposite side, resting the right ear this time. Close the eyes. Let the entire body just go limp. And slowly turn the head back to center. And circle those arms around. Palms facing down, and then walk those elbows underneath the shoulders, coming in for a Sphinx pose. So bringing our awareness to the lower back. Take those legs about mat's width or whatever is comfortable. Spread those fingers nice and wide and take any weight out of the forearms, the palms. Stay really light. Let most of your weight be in the pelvis area. You'll definitely feel this in the elbows, but try to stay light and lifted. Relax the shoulders, the legs, the glutes. And puff the chest forward and lift through the crown. And close the eyes or keep the gaze straight ahead. And if this is challenging for you to hold, sometimes if you bend the knees, and it makes it a little bit easier. So you can play here, just see what feels good for you. Just try to stay relaxed in the moment. Relax the jaw, the face. Stay connected to your breath. If you want to go into seal, going a little deeper into that spine and mid-back, slowly start to float the elbows, the forearms up off the ground. And just check in, make sure you didn't tense up or let those shoulders float up. So it's just an option. You don't have to go to seal. You can stay in Sphinx. slowly start to make our way out of seal, back through Sphinx pose. Let that chest drop. Slide the palms outside the chest. Gently make your way back through tabletop and coming into a nice wide knee child's pose. Let those hips come all the way to the heels. Stretch out that lower back. Let that chest fall towards the ground. Breathe here. And slowly float up to tabletop. Walk the knees in. And we're going to make our way to our downward facing dog. So tucking those toes, lift the hips up to the sky. Take whatever movements you need to pedal those heels, bend the knees, just kind of shake it out. And shifting our attention to the lower body, the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings. If it feels good and you want to flow through a high plank and go through a chaturanga, go ahead and do that. Just meeting in down dog. And from here, float that right leg up for three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Draw the knee into the chest. Step through for dragon. So coming in for dragon, you want to stack that right knee over the ankle. Slide the left leg back. Frame that right foot with the palms. Let the upper body totally relax. Don't put too much weight in the palms or the arms. Most of your weight is in that right foot. Take any pressure off the left knee. Have it more in the top of the left foot or the front of the foot. And just let those hips drop towards the ground. So if you feel a lot of tension, resistance here in the hips, stay right here. If you feel pretty good and flexible and you want to go right into lizard, go ahead and go for that. Or if you want to stay here for a little bit, and then as your body releases, make your way into lizard. Just listen to your body. It will tell you what you need. Stay with your breath. Use that breath as a tool, allowing you to relax, surrender. When you feel a little bit of resistance, tension, or discomfort, just breathe nice and deep. Push the breath to that area. So option here to just stay, if you're in lizard, stay where you're at. Or if you're in dragon low lunge, if you want to kind of shift to make your way into a forward fold half split. So again, are you in practice? You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can stay where you are and do what feels good for you. If you're coming into half split or runner stretch, shift those hips back, let the chest drop towards that right thigh. Feel the hamstring stretch. Maybe gently start to flex that right foot. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold. From here, in half split, again, you can hold here if you want to just stay here. Or let's come all the way down. Be mindful of that left knee. We're just going to come into a forward fold. So maybe slide that left heel alongside the left hip. Feel the sits bones ground. Just going to take the body over that right leg, so however you want. If you want to float the arms up, and then exhale, forward fold, or walk the hands gently, make your way. So do what feels good for you. And again, don't force anything, be gentle here. And let's release. From here, come back, tucking the left heel underneath that hip. Bend the right knee, come back to your low lunge. And we're going to find our way back to our down dog. So just slide that right leg back to plank, come into down dog, or feel free to flow through high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal those heels, bend the knees, move the hips, shake it out. And let's float that left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Left knee floats in for dragon low lunge. Stack that left knee over the left ankle. Slide the right leg back behind you. Let those hips drop. Let the upper body relax. Take any weight out of the arms, the palms. Let the head hang. So just repeating what you did on the opposite side, balance the body. Don't hold the breath, stay with the breath. If you're holding on anywhere, let go. Feel free to go for lizard if you did on the other side whenever you're ready. Stay with your breath. Feel the hips opening up, making space here. Slowly, if and when you're ready, let's come into that runner stretch, half split, shifting the hips back. Folding over that left leg. Gently flex the left foot. here, if you'd like, or hold where you are, start to let those hips float down. Gently bring that right ankle along the right hip, coming to ground the sits bones. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold over that left leg. However feels good for you. Maybe reach the hands towards the toes, the ball of the foot, interlacing the fingers, or just walk the arms alongside that left leg. And then from here, let's make our way slowly out and just come back to that low lunge dragon. Find your high plank, down, down. Maybe chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And from here, let's float the knees down. Exhale, find your child's pose. Float the arms alongside the body. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhale, float up to seated. And let's extend the legs out in front. So we're going to come into a full forward fold. So bend those knees, flex the feet. Take the hands to the feet, so bending the knees as much as you need to here. And then just let the body fold. Slowly straightening the knees. Easing into this fold. Nice. Feel the feet stretching, the heels, the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the spine, the shoulders, the triceps, the forearms, the wrists, the palms, the fingers, back to the toes. And slowly walk those palms up the legs. Just going to take a counter stretch here, coming into a reverse plank. So walking the palms behind you, fingers facing towards the top of your mat. Point the toes and try to ground the feet as you lift the hips up to the sky. The feet fall towards the ground, lifting the hips up, lifting the chest, the heart, the shoulders. Exhale, slowly float down. And from here, let's turn to the side of our mat. We're going to come into dragonfly. So extending those legs out. And flex the feet, point the toes. A couple of times here. Feel those sits bones grounding. Start to come into a nice long spine. And just relax right here. So you can totally stay here if this feels like enough, or you can take those palms center and start to walk the palms forward, lowering the chest, or just take those palms along the legs and start to walk the hands towards the feet, flexing the feet, coming in for dragonfly. So just ease into this. Stay in the present moment. Just be right here, right now. Use your breath to maybe go a little deeper. Full expression of the pose. Hands to the toes, feet are flexed. Nice flat back. Gazing forward. Nice, everybody looks great. And let's slowly, when you're ready, start to walk those hands back into center. Inhale up. Float the arms up to the sky. Let's take a lateral stretch, just a gentle feel-good stretch over to the right. Reach towards that right foot. Open the chest to the sky. Inhale, let's float through center, take it over to the left. Inhale up. Let's take those legs to the top of the mat. Bend the knees. And slowly start to roll onto the back, rounding through the spine. Come all the way down. And just let those knees float right into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. So show yourself some love here. And then let's release. Float those feet down to the ground. Just windshield wiper the knees here. Just taking a gentle twist, just massaging the lower back. And then from here, let's bring the soles of the feet together, diamond shape with the legs coming right into our Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And taking the arms overhead, bend those elbows. Making our way towards our final posture, Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, you can stay here if this feels good, or go right into Shavasana if you're ready. If you have a blanket or anything, keep the body warm. Just feel really comfortable here. Whenever you're ready, extend the legs, open the arms, close the eyes. Feel the entire body grounding, centered, content. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in closing out your practice, begin to move the toes, the fingers, the hands, the feet. Maybe inhale, float the arms up overhead. Bend the knees. Gently roll onto your side, coming into a fetal position. And resting here. Slowly, when you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Let's close out our practice with 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope to practice with you again really soon. And thank yourself for showing up for your health, for your well-being, and being so consistent with your practice. I hope you feel beautiful, body, mind, and soul. And may there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com, become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.